Welcome to Linda's Thrifty Life. And if you notice, yes, I am recording today from a different spot in my craft room. I am trying to rearrange. I have added another work table over here, over there, against that wall, where I can craft and leave things out, and then I can turn over here and record. It'll still be piled up, but hopefully it'll give me more room. So it's a work in progress. The shelves are a mess, but you should see what's in front of me. Everything that I piled over there, but I'm not going to do that to you. Just not. But it will be better. I've already been here just a couple of minutes now, and I think I'm going to like it. So in the meantime, I'm going to do this 20 question tag. I was tagged by everything Marmie, Mel, and it's been a while, and I just keep saying, I need to do that, I need to do that. And so I'm just going to knock this out. So here we go. What does your name mean? Well, I looked it up, and it said Linda is a short form of a German name, which means flexible, soft, and mud. Okay, but the one I always grew up hearing was the Spanish, which means beautiful or pretty. And my mother always said, "You're just a pretty baby," and I just named you Linda. Where are you from? I was born in Corpus Christi, Texas. My dad was a Marine, career Marine. He was we lived lots of different places, let's say that. So I'm from a lot of different places, but I mostly ended up growing up in California. That's where I went to most of elementary school, middle school, and graduated from high school there. And where were you born? Oh, Corpus Christi, Texas. And that's where my mom is from, and she's always telling me, once a Texan, always a Texan, so I am a Texan. And what would my parents have named me if I was another gender? I have no idea, because my mother said that she knew I was always a girl. She didn't have a boy's name. She wasn't going to name me. She wasn't going to have a boy's name. I was just going to be a girl. So they did name my brother Richard, but I don't think that would have been my name. What is my biggest accomplishment? Oh, without a doubt, it has to be my children. I absolutely am so proud to be a mom and have raised two fantastic, bright, shining stars as I look at them in this life. They are both kind, good. They do a lot in their communities, and they're just fine people, and I am very proud to be their mom. What is my eye color? Brown, very brown, big brown eyes. What is your favorite candle scent? I don't burn candles. I think, my allergies, and I've explained that before, that my allergies, that strong scents or even any kind of scents very much, I have to be real careful with all products. But growing up, it wasn't so bad, and I used to love vanilla, and now I would have to say that it would have to be cinnamon. I love anything cinnamon, and so that would be my favorite. Can you cook? Well, my kids didn't starve growing up. They were fed, and they were fed well, and they were healthy, but I don't really enjoy cooking. It's a task, it's a chore to me. It's something you have to do to, live, survive, feed your family, take care of everybody. I can cook. I can make some wonderful things, but it's just not fun to me like it is to a lot of people, and I admire that. And I have friends that just love to cook, and they just get in there and spend hours in the kitchen, and I'm like, yeah, what it has to be simple and easy for me. So can I cook? Yeah. Do I like to cook? No. What is good about my life right now? Oh, let's see. Let me count the ways. I would say the very best thing about my life right now is my grandchildren and being able to live near them and spend time with them and be such a big part of their life. I moved here to Athens when Tiger was just a little over a year old, a year and a half old. I had been coming ever since he was born. I was a couple of hours away, and I finally just said, I was retired, and I was like, why don't I just move over there? And I did, and it's the best thing I ever did. I love, love, love being a Grammy, and they are just the light of my life, and they put the joy in my joy. So, but you knew that, and I'm very proud of my daughters and my son-in-law, and I still have my mom. And while that's a challenge, it's also a blessing. What's my sign? Well, I was born in June, so I am a Gemini, and all my life I felt like I had that little two sides of my personality, but I think most people do. What scares you the most about aging? Wow, that's kind of a heavy one right now as I watch my mom age. I think watching my mom struggle so much to accept her limitations, that's what scares me, that I won't just accept my limitations and make it easier on my family. I think I will, because I've been through this with my mom. Just I just don't want to burden people with aging. And it's hard. It's hard because you can't do things. I'm already at an age where there's a lot of things I just can't do anymore. And then my mom, who, is 89, she really can't do a lot of things. So it's a hard thing. But I hope I'll go into it gracefully and accept as my body slows down, and I hope that I will accept that gracefully. We don't have I've not seen much dementia in my family, but that would frighten me. What is my favorite holiday? Well, it has to be Christmas. I usually get to spend Christmas with Sarah and the kids, and so that makes it super special. And of course, Grammy's really, I spoil them rotten, and sometimes I get in trouble for it from my daughter. Mom, they don't need all this. I know, but anyway, but I also don't just give them things. I do special things with them and time with them. So, but Christmas is my favorite holiday. I just love all the Christmas trees and the ornaments and the memories, and I always get to spend it with family. So that's my favorite holiday. What's my guilty pleasure? Well, I don't feel guilty about shopping, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of funny. I guess, I don't feel guilty about YouTube, and that's kind of one of my favorite things to do right now. And I do a lot of shopping for, to share with you and stuff. So maybe that might be it. What's the current show you binge watch? Oh, let's see. I love to binge watch. When I discovered that you could just go through a whole season and not have to wait a week and try to remember what the previous episode was, I'm just like, this is for me. So I have binge watched many, many, many shows. I think two of my favorite right now are The Crown. I love The Crown. I've watched it a couple of times, and I'm so excited that the third season is coming soon. And then I will always and forever love and enjoy Downton Abbey. I just love it. What item can you not leave the house without? As with most people, that would be my cell phone. And mostly it's because my mom would always need to be able to get in touch with me. So I can't always hear it when it rings, but I try to check it frequently when I'm out and about. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Oh, I am definitely a night owl. I am not a morning person. Never have been. probably never will be. There were, when I worked and when I had children and I had to get up early and function, I did. But as soon as I retired, I'm like, yeah, I can sleep in and, stay up late. And that's just, that's just how I roll. There you go. But yeah, I'm not a morning person at all. What is your favorite genre of movie? I guess I would say anything with a really good story. And I don't know that I have a genre. I don't watch a lot of comedies. I'm one of those people that just don't find silly slapstick stuff funny. I just don't. I like clever and smart comedies, and so there are some that I watch. I like romantic comedies. Sometimes those are cute. I like a really good story, though, so a mystery or something like that. But I do not care for horror movies at all. I don't like scary. I don't like to be scared. So I guess my favorite would be movies that have a really good storyline, that are character motivated, that the character moves it along, if that makes sense to you. Okay. What's the last thing I bought? Chinese food for dinner last night. There you go. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Now, this might surprise you, but I am an introvert. A friendly, outgoing introvert. I like quiet. I like to be home, and I like reading. I like solitary kind of things to do, like crafting and reading. I'm a big reader, and I love watching TV. And yet I'm very friendly, and I love meeting and talking to people, but I'm not real comfortable, like at parties and stuff, especially if I don't know people. It's kind of not my thing, and big crowds are really not my thing anymore. And even when I was younger, they weren't, but they really aren't now. And what is my favorite book and why? Wow. I am not sure I can answer that. I've had books that have had just great impact on me, that have really, stuck with me a long time. I think one of the books was Redeeming Love, and it's by a Christian author. Gosh, her name escapes me. I'm so sorry. I'm not prepared. But it's called Redeeming Love, and it talks about God's love for us, no matter how angry or hurt we've been in our lives and how much we lash out at others, that God just loves us. And he wants us to love each other like that, and how redeeming that can be. And then I'm not a person that reads books usually more than once, but there is a series of books that I absolutely love, and I've read several times, and it's The Hunger Games. Don't know why that just fascinated me, and I just devoured the books. I love the movies, but the books are just fabulous. So, everyone, that's my 20 questions. Maybe you got to know me a little bit better. I am supposed to tag some people, so I am going to tag, I meant to write that down. My mind is a blank. I'm going to tag you, and you, and you. Anybody that would like to do this, just let me know, and consider yourself tagged. I just think it's really fun to get to know each other better. So hopefully next time you return, I return, you return with me. This will not be quite such a mess, and I'll have my signs rearranged, and we'll be back in business. But I wanted to come on in and wear my Google t-shirt and say thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.